Here's an old Buck classic called Nobody's Fool.
The Bakersfield sound is a cornerstone in the history of country music. Most notable are the legacies created by the late Buck Owens and the still very much alive Merle Haggard. Vince Gill and steel guitar master Paul Franklin believe it's time to share their influence with a new generation.
It took Eric Clapton to teach me who Robert Johnson was. And maybe it's going to take Paul and I to teach a 20-year-old kid who Buck and Merle are. Merle's still here, still vibrant, still recording and out touring and all of that, but Buck is gone. And a record like this that's so steeped in that great tradition of that early 60s sound that was just, it took over the world, in a big way. I think the people that already love that music, we're going to win them no matter what.
Yeah.
But it's those young people, like you said, that don't really get what this is, that I think will go, well, now, I've never heard anything quite like that. 'Cause I'm nobody's fool but yours.
I hope that maybe this will be a bridge to Bakersfield for all the young people listening to it. Hopefully they'll go back and dig into Wynn Stewart, Tommy Collins, and Buck and Merle's. Like, there are hundreds of songs out there.
Rose Maddox.
Yeah, all of that, because all that music is really worthwhile and substantial.
I can't be myself and be what pleases you.
Though Vince morphs effortlessly between the distinctive vocal signatures of Buck and Merle on Bakersfield, both Vince and Paul believe the project is more of an instrumental album.
If you look at definitive instruments that really made country music, to me, what it is, you'd have to start with a steel guitar. I don't think there's been an instrument that's impacted country music like the steel guitar. It's lasted my lifetime. The sound of the twang of a Fender Telecaster, the sound of a steel guitar are two things ingrained in me as much as breathing.
Along with the Fender Telecaster and steel guitar, the other primary instrument on Bakersfield is, in fact, Vince Gill's voice.
Merle and Buck sang nothing alike. Listen to them and you can hear the differences. Buck sang with a much more piercing, kind of straight, pointed place, and Merle was more of a crooner, and dipped down and things. And that's why those songs sound as great as they do, is because of the way they sang them. So now all of a sudden you don't go make one of these songs a blues tune and start doing riffs and things and ruin them, which would be very easy to do.
The scariest moment for Vince and Paul was when it came time to send their project to Merle for approval.
It was, it was Paul's idea to get him to ask him to write the liner notes and are you sure? Are you sure you're ready for this? He may. Hey, what are you guys, a crack or something down there? You missed the point. But it's all gravy now. So we got his blessing, and he, I think, genuinely loved it and felt honored like we hoped that he would. We're just two guys that wanted to say, hey, this is what we learned from you. Thank you.
With Merle's seal of approval, could Bakersfield be just the beginning of a tribute series to the California country sound?
We only have so much time left.
That's funny.
We're the oldest duo in history signed to a major label. So we got to get it quick.